Doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, we will go ahead and begin. First question will come from Sarah Spencer.
Hey, Nate, just what was your message to the guys after this win and now taking a 3-1 lead in the series?
I thought we did our jobs and defended home court. I thought the guys responded. They played really all 48 minutes with a sense of urgency out there. Our defense picked up in the second half, did a good job of just making it tough for them to score and, trying to keep them in front. Offensively, I thought we had much better ball movement in that second half, making them work defensively. And we was able to, really get a rhythm on the offensive end of the floor.
How impressed were you with John today, despite having to get some stitches mid-game?
I mean, he's played well for us all season long. And certainly, he got into foul trouble in the last game or 2 games ago and, wasn't able to stay out on the floor. When he's out on the floor, it just helps us so much because he gives us that versatility to spread the floor as well as play inside and attack. And, tonight, again, defending for us, providing that scoring and rebounding. We need him out on the floor. Did a solid job tonight.
Jeff Schultz.
Nate, how important has it been, particularly in these last 2 games, that you've not only gotten into some nice shooting runs, but you've responded to the Knicks physically when the game sort of ratcheted up in that area?
Well, these guys are showing growth. I told them, really the playoffs started that second half up in New York, the game that we lost, because that team that came out the second half being physical was the team that we really expected in the first game. And, that's playoff basketball. We have to be able to bring that game to the floor which is playing with urgency, be able to play through that. It can't become a distraction to us. And I think these guys have shown growth where we are, taking some hits and some fouls, and we're keeping our heads and been able to get back to playing and the next play. And I think it's just showing growth from this young team.
And I know you're focused on your team, but when you guys have responded, have you sensed any frustration on the Knicks' part, particularly, like I said, when things get a little chippy?
Again, you're right, Jeff. I focus on our guys, in situations like that. There were a couple plays tonight where they had to go and review, and the focus was getting our guys back focused on finishing this game tonight.
Steve Hummer.
Yes, kind of following that up, do you anticipate, Nate, that this next game, with the Knicks even more desperate, it would be even more physical?
I think, as I told our guys, this game will be the hardest game of the series to close a team out. And, because we know they're going to come and they're going to fight. And, this will be the hardest game of the series. Yes, I expect it to be physical. I expect, both teams to come with urgency in this next game.
And on Bogey's performance, when you look at how this team has grown in the last month or so, how much do you attribute that to the way Bogey's been playing?
He's a big part of it, but they all are. For me, really starting these playoffs is the first time I've actually had this roster healthy, and it's been pretty good with what Bogey has brought to us. But having Dre in the lineup now allows us to really, change our rotation. What Bogey has done for us this season, we want to give him more. So I've been able to change the rotation, allow Bogey to really play with the basketball a little bit more, and that certainly has helped our team.
Yeah, thanks.
Andrew Lopez from ESPN.
Hey, Nate, in the three regular season games and in the game 2 loss, you guys lost the minutes when Trey wasn't on the floor. In the 3 wins now, you've won those or at least tied today because of the garbage time. But how much of an emphasis have you put on winning those minutes when Trey gets to the bench, and how much is having your full team available help that out as well?
Our rotation again. I won't talk about our rotation. I'll move past that question.
Allison Mastrangelo.
Hey, okay. Hey, when you talk about this next game being the hardest game, and you have so many guys on this team who are playing in their first playoff series now with a 3-1 lead, how do you coach and kind of manage them going into MSG on Wednesday?
Well, we'll talk about that. We again, it's do or die for New York. We know that, they know that, and they're going to come out with their best effort. And we have to. We're going to have to come with our best in order to end this. So this will be the toughest game. We can talk about it, but until our guys get into, the Garden and experience the energy that's going to be there, we'll have to adapt and adjust then. But this will be the toughest game of the series.
Edwin Powell.
Congrats on the win, Coach. You talk about closeout games. You guys are going to New York. Is there something that you guys are going to have to do better? You guys have won your last 2 games pretty convincingly. Do you have to pretty much do what you've been doing, or do you have to do it better?
I think we're going to have to do what we've been doing, and we have to certainly do it better. I thought tonight defensively, we were solid in the second half. The first half offensively, I thought we settled a lot. We were playing in our first and second option. And, this team, they're a really good defensive team. They're going to defend that. We need to get ball movement. I thought we got that in the second half and was able to find some guys open. So we're going to have to do what we have done. But we certainly think every game you're going to have to improve and be better.
Just got a couple more. First from Jamila.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. I know we oftentimes ask you about the growth of the players and how the players perform throughout the season and the postseason, but also I wanted to ask you about, as a coach, and as a coach who's been doing this for many years, do you look to yourself as far as growth? I mean, we see different substitutions, different rotations from you. How do you kind of analyze yourself?
Yeah, I look at every game, that I coach, and, what I did, good, win or lose, and, and try to figure out a way to get better. Again, with a healthy roster, making adjustments with our lineup and, getting combinations in there. I haven't had a lot of time to do that, really, these 4 games, with Dre being in the lineup and, having him in the lineup with Bogey and Trey and John and those guys. I'm learning some different things that I could do with this lineup and how to, try to keep both units, keep a balance with both of these units, So, as I told our guys, when we started to get healthy, everybody's going to have to sacrifice. And these guys are doing that. Some guys are not getting as many minutes or if any. And some guys are getting more. And it's just basically me filling out with the roster that I have and how we can, keep a solid rotation with both units out there. So it's I'm learning, with these guys. And as, some of these guys come off restrictions as far as minutes, their minutes will be able to increase. We may even shorten our rotation. So I continue to learn with this group, with all the injuries we've had, really every game.
Thank you.
Michael Cunningham.
Yes, Coach, I know that you're very focused on the game and doing your job, but is any of this, and you've been doing this for so long, but is any of this fun for you?
It's always fun when you win games, certainly it is fun. And I mean, just again, seeing the growth and, what the challenge for our guys was to, really make this building tough to come in and get a win, to, come home and, get these 2 wins. Again, I think it just shows growth from this young group. And now you have to go out on the road and try to finish this, so it's another challenge for them. Yes, I'm certainly enjoying, but we all know, me and this team know there's a lot of work to be done here.
No question from Davide.
Hey, Coach. What about Gallo? He scored 21 points. In my opinion, he had his best game of the series. What is he given to the team?
Well, again, I mean, the last 2 games, the first 2 games in New York, he couldn't hit anything.
Sì, non
And
c'è più niente, hanno lasciato solo quello.
our last 2 games, the shot has been falling.
Perché Claudio c'ha il suo, io non lo vedo più il tuo.
We need him to get his rhythm because he's a big part of that second unit. Those guys have been good for us, and when he is struggling, normally it affects our second unit.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.